Hello everybody and welcome back to Pokemon SoulSilver. So, as you can see, we have now reached the depths of Cerulean Cave, and we are now just about to begin our epic battle against the Pokemon, a Pokemon that was cloned from another Pokemon. Yep, it was genetically cloned by Mew, making this, of course, Mewtwo. Now Mewtwo, just like with the Mewtwo who you probably fought against in the Gen 1 games, is at level 70. So of course he is gonna be quite the tough. He is going to be quite the tough opponent, except for this Mewtwo, because get this, unlike say the Mewtwo in Fire Red and Leaf Green, where it had not only had Psychic, but it also had Recover, had moves, yeah, where Mewtwo had like say Psychic, Safeguard, and Recover. This Mewtwo, on the other hand, now while it can boost up its special defense with Amnesia, its other two moves are something to be desired. Yeah, its other moves are something to be desired. Because two of its moves are Power Swap and Guard Swap. Now, what they do is that now with a Power Swap, with Power Swap, trades over the attack and special attack. Yeah, see. Okay, yeah, see here, yeah. I guess it's not a Guard Swap. Yeah, they switched, They basically switch over, both Power Swap and Guard Swap. Yeah, they basically switch, the stats over to each other. Like, say, for example, with Guard Swap, both your special defense and your physical defense get swapped over, they get switched over to your opponent. Yeah, and then with their stats, and then with their defense and special defense also get switched over to you. And then with a Power Swap, the physical attack and special attack stats also get switched around too. So yeah, not exactly the best moves for a Mewtwo to have. And speaking of not the best moves for a Mewtwo to have, is Psycho Cut. Well, here's the thing. Now, I believe this was before they properly made Psycho Cut a physical attack, where Psycho Cut can either be physical or special attack. So yeah, with a Mewtwo being the obvious more of a special attacker than a physical attacker, so you would think he would not want to have moves like Psycho Cut on him. Yeah. But anyways, now as my god, excuse me. But anyways, everyone, now also with Mewtwo, now just like with all the other legendaries that we fought against so far, now this Mewtwo this Mewtwo also has pressure too. So yeah, just be careful of the PP that you are using. Yeah. Although, like I said, since this Mewtwo does not have Recover, meaning that, yeah, meaning that you really don't have to worry about it too much. Oh my god, excuse me again, no, what the hell is wrong with me today? But anyways, as you can see, yeah, I think I've lowered it enough HP as much as I can possibly do at this time. So yeah, we're gonna see how many Pokeballs I'm gonna be throwing at this bitch. So, in the meantime, as this is going, I guess I should once again talk about other stuff, just like I did for my other legendary captures. I guess I should talk about Mewtwo as a Pokemon, I guess. Yeah. So, Mewtwo, yeah, it is pretty obvious that Mewtwo is a pretty darn good Pokemon to have. Yeah, I mean a really darn good Pokemon to have. Yeah, like I said before previously about having a Mewtwo on my Fire Red team, you know, after I beat the main game. Yeah, Mewtwo definitely helped me out with some of the more bigger challenges that I had to go through during the post game of Fire Red. Yeah. But anyways, but also, as for Mewtwo's appearances in the anime, now of course there was the obvious Mewtwo that first showed up in the anime, who's under control of Giovanni until Mewtwo decided that he didn't want anything to do with Giovanni anymore. And then, which of course led to the very first movie ever, the actual very first movie ever. Mewtwo Strikes Back. Now, and also speaking of that movie, it actually got a 3D remake. Although honestly, did it really deserve a 3D remake? Honestly, no. And also, even because, well, as I said, because it was essentially around the time where they were trying to pander Gen 1 so goddamn much. Yeah, not only in terms of the games, but also just overall. Not only did they remake Kanto again, you know, aka Let's Go games, but also they had to remake the very first movie, but to make it more 3D. And the results were, honestly, not much was all that, well, in terms of the story, yeah, not much was all that different, really. Yeah, but... And also, obviously, I'm not the biggest fan of how all the humans look in Strikes Back Evolution. Well, the Pokemon were decent, I guess, but not so much for the humans. Oh, and also, another thing is that. Now, even though Strikes Back Evolution was just supposed to be a remake of the first movie, but they do implement some elements from the generations that came after that movie. Like, for example, we actually see friggin' Wingalls in that movie. Yeah. Gen 3 Pokemon in it! Yeah! Yeah, Gen 3 Pokemon! And it's the only Gen 3 Pokemon, but still though! And also, another thing is that, when we got to the Venusaur versus Clone Venusaur battle, we see moves like Energy Ball and Leaf Storm. Yeah, moves that were originally introduced in Generation 4. So again, and yet we basically really only see Major League Gen 1 Pokemon. Oh my god. Now do you see what I mean about the? Oh my god. Yeah, I guess, yeah, you could probably tell I'm not the biggest fan of Strikes Back Evolution. Yeah. But anyways, as for any other appearances that Mewtwo got, well, there was of course the obvious special that I talked about before, the mastermind of Mirage Pokemon, which of course involved, majorly involved a Mirage Mewtwo. So, yeah. And of course, it's many awful CGI heads on it. God. But, and then we got the Mewtwo, which was a completely different Mewtwo. That was actually implemented in the Genocide movie. And we also saw that it could become that it can transform into its Mega Mewtwo Y form whenever it felt like it. I guess that was also because since some Mega evolutions were just introduced before Gen 6, before Gen 6 were released. So I guess having that Mewtwo, transform into Mega Mewtwo Y, all whenever it felt like it, was their only justifiable way for it to be able to show it off, I guess. And then we have the very same Mewtwo from the first movie, for some reason showing up within Journeys. Yeah, that very same Mewtwo just freaking shows up there. And yeah, and he battles, and he battles both Ash and Go. Yeah, and Mewtwo just obliterates them both. And that is the only appearance we have again. Yeah, and that is the only appearance that we have again of that Mewtwo. Yeah, which kind of begs the question, why was he even here to begin with? Yeah, why? Yeah, honestly, I just don't get why was that Mewtwo even there to begin with, to be honest. But anyway, okay, that you see on the screen right now, hooray! Now we've got our Mewtwo here. Mewtwo, the genetic Pokemon. It usually remains motionless to conserve energy, so that it may unleash its full power in battle. Ah, yes, it certainly does. Well, I mean, it is a Mewtwo after all. So of course, it obviously has to conserve its energy in order for it to be able to fully be able to utilize its power. So yeah. Okay, well that said, yeah, that is it for Cerulean Cave. Never coming back here ever again. Okay, so now you may be thinking, what's next? Are we gonna go to Mount Silver yet? Not yet. There are still a few more things that I still need to do. And one of them being is that now that we have Rock Climb, I'm gonna go all around not only Kanto but also Johto. With the areas that we could not go to before, because since we're blocked off by Rock Climb. Now I'm gonna go back to those places, so that we can actually get the items that I could not get before. And speaking of which, I could not get before. Now that the power plant has officially started working again, now we can actually travel like underneath Saffron City again. Yeah. However, like I said before, the underground path between like Route 7 and 8. I think it's Route 6 or 7. No wait, it's Route 7 and 8. Shoot, I forget which routes they were. But essentially, the underground path that goes from left and right. Yeah, that path is still blocked off. It's still blocked. So we still cannot go there. Now, as for this guy who we're talking to right now, now he notices a red candy bar most likely, the same one that is you got from that guy, all the way back in, from Mahogany Town. Yeah, and after you give it to him, now he'll give us a TM, a TM for it. Yeah, and of course he's mad because he's obviously, eating a rage candy bar. So yeah, of course eating something that's called a rage candy bar is always gonna give him mad. Yep, he gives us a TM64, which of course contains a very explosive move, I should say. Yeah, as he points out, tick tock, tick tock. Yeah, just go tick tock, and wait for it. Tick tock, wait for it. Tick tock. Yep, all dots. Yep, still all dots. Kaboom! Yeah, it is the TM for explosion. Yeah, now we got the TM for friggin' explosion. Oh, that doesn't mean I'm gonna be giving it to anybody. Anyway, you say many cities in Johto have long histories. Yeah, I guess you can say it really does have a lot of history. Yeah, considering with some of the locations that we've been to beforehand too. Yeah. Now, everyone. Now, another thing is that now before we also head off to Mount Silver, there is also something else I want to do first. And that is, well, if you recall, back when we first went into Mount Moon, and we defeated Silver there. Now, he said he wanted to go off training at the Dragon's Den. Well, now I think it's the time that we may just end up visiting Silver at the Dragon's Den pretty soon. Yeah, we may in fact we'll do that. Yeah, very soon. And then that's when I'll get to start climbing Mount Silver. Yeah. Okay. So as we're just walking around some areas utilizing rock climb, anything else I can talk about at this time? The recent episode of Horizons. Yeah, I guess I should talk about that, yeah. Now we did get a battle between Liko and Caddy. Now, here's what I find odd to me. Despite Liko losing to Caddy, she still passed her test. Yeah, and is now allowed to fully utilize her Terra Orb. Yeah, I don't get how that works. Yeah, it's probably because I guess it's because since I always watch the episodes in dub, not the ones in subs, because, well, let's just say, it's because, here's the thing with me in terms of the Pokemon anime. Now, I don't normally watch the episodes in Japanese. Now, I essentially wait until the dub episodes come out. So then I can at least understand understand what's going on even more. Then I can understand a little bit more better. So, right now, I just don't understand, like, despite Liko losing to Caddy, she still passed her test and is allowed to utilize her Terra Orb. Yeah, I just don't understand how that works. It's kind of like, well, it's kind of like how sometimes Ash is just given the OG series. Now, despite him either forfeiting the gym battles, or even losing, or not even having to battle at all, but is still awarded with gym badges regardless. Yeah, that is the same sort of vibe I get from Liko losing to Caddy. Yeah. Now as you just saw, now that we've got all the badges, now we actually got a G, now the GB sound device, which can now allow us to actually hear the actual like original gold, silver, and crystal music. Yeah, now sorry everyone. Now, if you want to listen to its original glory, well, you need to get all the badges first. Yeah. Okay. Now, with that said, I guess while I was going off topic, I guess. Mewtwo in the anime, Mewtwo obviously doesn't get that many appearances, but when Mewtwo does, it's obviously at the most important ones. So yeah. But anyways, now back at Diglett Cave. Now we're gonna get ourselves a Rockinsense. Okay, so now that we can actually get ourselves a Bonsly if we ever want to breed a Sudowoodo. So yeah, that's something. Yeah, but anyways. Now, I believe there is still one more place I believe there is also one more item that we can get while utilizing Rock Climb. Yeah, right here. Okay, so, then after this, now, I believe there is only the, Cinnabar Island left, because, well, if you recall back when we were there last time, yeah, there were actually a lot of rock climbable, rock climbable areas, so, although considering that Cinnabar Island is incredibly deserted, yeah, which means that we're still probably not gonna get much. Yeah. But let's find out if there is really any still around here. But anyways, everyone, now after we're done with Cinnabar Island, then that's when I'm gonna be ending this part off, because yeah, we have been traveling for quite a while around here. Oh, the Magmarizer. Now we can actually get ourselves a mech border if we want to. So, but however, we're not gonna do any trades, so I guess it doesn't matter too much. And an iron that I can no longer use. Oh well. Okay, sorry everyone, but that said, that is all I'm gonna do for this part. Stay tuned for what's to come for the next part. And so until then, I'll see you guys next time.